Hi everybody, it's an average worker here, back after quite a long hiatus, I'd say. I've got quite a good video for you today. I did hint at it at the end of my last video 4 months ago. I've had it recorded for a while. It's going to be sort of a full day of eating for what I'd have done on my bulk that I was doing a few months ago. Fortunately, that bulk didn't go as well as planned. I got quite ill a few times throughout it and wasn't able to put on the size that I wanted. I actually ended up cutting a little bit, switching it up. But anyway, this is, I'd still say, quite a good example of how much you need to eat on a bulk and sort of what I would do myself with a few minor tweaks that I'll touch on if needed throughout the video. But anyway, without further ado, enjoy the video and leave a comment, leave a like if you've enjoyed what I've put out. Thank you very much. So we're starting out here first of all with I think probably the most important macronutrient for training, maybe other than carbs, but that's debated. With a protein shake, I like Isolate because it's quite nice on your stomach when you're eating a lot of protein, and we're going with 44 grams cookies and cream flavour to start off. Next, we're going to, I like to start with some dark chocolate, 70% cocoa. It's quite high. I usually go a bit higher, but it's a really good antioxidant and some good fats to start the day off. Next, we're going to peanut butter and jam on toast. So this is about 11 o'clock, I'd say. Quite a lot of carbs there, quite a lot of fat, and a good amount of protein as well. That's some homemade bilberry jam as well, with bilberries that are picked from the area. With supplements, we're going with ZMA, zinc magnesium complex, krill oil, ubiquinol, and tribulus. Tribulus is one of those where it's kind of a sort of secret, I'd say. I wouldn't say it increases testosterone, but certainly improves your blood flow, I'd say. And it's one of those supplements I think is massively underrated compared to things like ashwagandha and that. I don't take any of those. I think they're massively overrated. We've got some high protein cottage cheese here and some local honey as well. I think honey is really, really good for the immune system, so I always like to get it in at least once a day. Some really good sugar and some really good protein, good quality protein, and some really good calcium here as well. Very important for your sodium calcium pumps for lifting and that explosive power before the gym. We're going here to my first post workout sort of meal. You need to get carbs in straight away after you've lifted, and I like to go with fruit. So pineapple is a really good source of bromelain, which helps to break down fat as well and break down your protein that you're eating. So we're going for meal 4, chicken and egg fried rice. This day is kind of I'm going with sort of my simple sort of day when I don't want to think about what I'm eating too much. When I'm with my girlfriend, I usually cook more interesting meals. But these ones are sort of just for nutrients, just for protein, carbs. It still tastes pretty good anyway. I'm using some marinated Chinese style chicken I got from my local butchers. I like to sort of try and get all my meat locally. Just using sort of packet rice though, because I haven't got my rice cooker here, so I just like to use pre-prepared stuff. Probably quite bad for you, but I don't know. I don't really mind too much. And I'm using local eggs as well. They're a really good, healthy source of fat. Some olive oil in the pan as well, but I use just a very small amount, just a tablespoon for frying in. And yeah, I'd say this is sort of one of those meals that's quite an easy one. And if you're trying to put on weight, I think it's something that you can do very, very easily. I've just used some sriracha as a sort of sauce there. Not too many vegetables in this. I'd say the main portion of vegetables come from the next meal, which is going to be sirloin steak and stir fry. So It's another meal that's sort of rice based, with different kind of meat. Loads of protein from this one, loads of carbs, and a good amount of fat as well. And it's very tasty for an evening meal. So that is sort of everything I eat in a day. The totals are going to be around 250 grams of protein, around 350 grams of carbs, and around 132 grams of fat. That's a lot of fat, a lot of carbs, and a good amount of protein. So I think fat's really important for your hormones as a natural lifter. Something that I really need. I find when I cut my fat down very low, I sort of have no energy, but I also need quite a lot of carbs for functioning. I do quite a lot of cardio on my lifting days as well, and my job is incredibly active as a removal man. So I probably need to eat quite a lot more than your average person to try and put on weight, which you'll see. I mean, I still put on a very small amount of weight when I'm doing this kind of diet. It's still less than a pound a week, maybe around half a pound a week that I'll put on with this kind of diet, which is very slow rate of sort of growth. I will put on some fat with this, but you can cut afterwards. But yeah, 350 grams of carbs, it's a lot. It does fuel what I need to do in the day. And I'd say with protein, I just go with 1.5 grams per pound, sometimes more. I know people debate protein quite a lot. I'm very much in the camp of you sort of need to have a lot of protein to fuel your muscle growth. Um, and it's better safe than sorry with protein, really. So I kind of just, instead of having the extremes of one diet, I just eat a lot of everything, and try and make sure that it's all coming from healthy sort of whole food sources as well, except for the chocolate, of course, but I like to eat that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've learned something. I hope this is sort of something you can apply for yourself. Thank you.